Hello, Terrier fans. Seth Cantor with you from the Pope Physical Education Center in downtown Brooklyn. It's our tournament preview show, Terriers in the Tournament. Glenn Braica's men's team in their first Northeast Conference tournament in 2 seasons. Great deal of excitement here on court in Remsen. I had an opportunity to catch up with Glenn Braica, Akeem Bennett, Akeem Johnson, and Cadell. But just a reminder, you still can get up to New Britain for Thursday's basketball game. Go to the Student Activities Council, room 2305. $5 gets you a ticket. Bus ride up to New Britain, which leaves here Thursday at 2:30. Now on to the head coach. Welcome back. We're joined by Glenn Braica back on the sidelines here at St. Francis College. Coach, great to see you. Thank you for a few minutes. Coach, we sat here on April 12th of last year, and you were quick to give credit to Brian Nash for leaving you a program with a good foundation. In hindsight, how important was it for you to have those pieces in place?
Well, it's always nice when you can come into a program that has some players. You know, sometimes you come in and there really aren't many players there. But having an Akeem Bennett, a Cadell, a Stefan has made the transition much easier for me.
With that said, from the time you met the team until now, how far has this team come stylistically, chemistry-wise, intangibles?
I think they've come a long way. I've been pleased with their effort. They've worked hard right from the beginning. We hit a tough patch in January where we had a lot of road games, and they were able to bounce back, and that's a testament to their work ethic and their maturity and their ability to grind it out.
It took a little bit of time for this team to gel on the road, but the way you finished the season on the road in 2 hostile environments with that win at Mount, the win at Wagner, which was a revenge game for them, how much confidence does that give you now knowing that you're going to have to go into a hostile environment on Thursday?
I think it gives us confidence because anytime you haven't done something, you don't know if you can. And I think to climb out of a hole at Mount, being down 6 with 3 minutes to go, and then at Wagner being down 6 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go, I mean, that shows something, and it shows that you can do it. Now, we're going to go into a very tough environment on Thursday. Central is one of the best home teams in the league, a very difficult place to play. Their defensive intensity will be very high up there.
For me, having the fortunate opportunity to cover the team day in and day out, I saw a lot of character early on. For me, the 2 moments that stick out, the game at South Florida where you trailed by 10, came back, took the lead against a Big East team, and then at Canisius where you were down by about 6 points at the half, then you ran away with the game early in the second half. When did you know that this team had mental toughness and resolve?
Well, I thought they were tough right through practice because they've been tough. But I did question whether we could be mature and mentally tough enough, emotionally tough enough to sustain it throughout the season. I think that's something we've learned throughout the year. I think at Canisius, we actually came back with Ricky and Akeem on the bench, which I thought was a good thing. But then we kind of hit a dry spell on the road until later in the year where we were able to bounce back and win a few games. So they've showed a lot of character, a lot of fight, which I'm most proud of.
We hit on the Wagner game just a few minutes ago. I want to go back to that because for me, one of the major turning points here during this stretch, that 9-point turnaround where you took the lead late in the game. Tyler Murray commits that technical foul, but your team doesn't engage in that extracurricular activity. How important was that, your team staying within themselves and not doing something that could have cost you the game?
It's something we've been preaching since the beginning of the year, and I think earlier in the year we might have reacted to it. And I was proud of the fact that we didn't. It shows me that they've learned something, that they've matured, and that they're able to control their emotions.
Now, this season I've had the opportunity to talk to a number of your coaches, all of them actually, Danny, Clive, and Andy, and I've gotten to know them through our Coaches Corner segments, and they're as dedicated as anybody in this industry. For you, why is it so important to have them on your staff?
You have to have good people. You have to have people with the same goals as you. You have to have people with a good work ethic, and our guys have that. We have a great staff, great people, great role models for our players, and they've done an outstanding job this year.
Coach, just wrapping up this segment, when you started here, you pointed to ball control, the importance of cutting down turnovers and improving the turnover margin. Where specifically have you seen improvements in that area?
Well, I think we've improved our assist-to-turnover ratio as the season's gone on. I thought we were turning it over a lot early in the year, and we've stopped doing that. I think it's a result of shot selection, better shot selection, better ball movement, and increased confidence.
So a little bit of background on the Terrier team this year. We'll take a break and start to talk about some of the 12 men that will take the floor Thursday night in New Britain. This is Terriers in the Tournament. We'll be back right after this. Coach, a lot of what your team is able to do is due in large part to your 2 outstanding guards, Cadell and Akeem Bennett. What's the identity of your backcourt right now?
I think they're playing with a lot of confidence now. They're playing with a purpose. They're seniors. They know it's coming to an end, and they're leaving it all out on the floor every night. Ricky's been on a roll offensively. Akeem's had some great games. He was named Defensive Player of the Year. He affects the game in so many ways, and they've really become mature leaders on our team as the season's gone on.
Coach, you meet up with Central Connecticut State for the third time, second time in the span of a week. Is there anything new you can learn about this team, or at this point are you just tweaking what you already know?
You know, what I know about them is what I need to be concerned about. It's that they're very, very good defensively. They really get after you. They get in passing lanes. They pressure the ball. Their defense will be much more intense up there than it was here the other night. They really bothered us up there, took us out of our offense the first time. We have to have poise and discipline on offense, and then we have to find a way to guard them. They have some explosive guys. Horton's a player of the year in the league, great player, can play anywhere in the country. Tasic didn't have a great game last Thursday, but he was terrific the first game up there, had 24 against us. And Thompson is also a very, very capable scorer. And they have other guys as well. They post up very hard. They're a physical team. They kind of take on the personality of their coach, who's a great coach, tough guy. So we're going to have our hands full. But we just got to go up there and try and get the job done, play to our potential, play every second of the 40 minutes at a high level, and then we'll see what happens.
They've had a great deal of success against this program over the last few years at home. You pointed to that before. Winning here on your home floor, how far does that go in helping this team believe that they can beat these guys?
I think it helps from a confidence standpoint, but I also want to make sure our guys don't think that because we beat them here last week that we're going to be able to just go up there, and it's going to be a different game. It's going to be a high level of intensity. We're going to have to play better than we played here to get the win.
Seth Cantor joined by Akeem Johnson, sophomore forward from Brooklyn. Akeem, thank you so much for your time here.
No problem. Thanks for being here.
Akeem, you finished off last season in a very strong fashion. How important was it for you to get off to a fast start this year?
I think it's just all about my teammates finding me early in the season and me being aggressive, me having to show the new coach that I'm able to play, that I'm able to compete at a high level. So it definitely helped starting at an early pace.
Never hear a bad word mentioned about Glenn. It seems like this team would run through a wall for him at any given moment. Yeah. What is it about Glenn that makes him so who he is?
His energy he brings, his aggressiveness. He wants us to play how he feels, and he's always energetic. He's always aggressive. He's always hard-nosed, diving on the ground, and we feed off it. We feed off his energy. So he definitely helps us in everything that we do.
Right now, I'm joined by Ricky Cadell, member of the Northeast Conference's second team, also the all-time men's career scoring leader here in Brooklyn. Ricky, pleasure to see you. Thank you for a few minutes. Ricky, this recognition from the league, first off with that, what does it mean to you?
It's a great accomplishment. This league, as everybody knows, is a tough league to play in, and we play against tough players night in and night out, and it's a great accomplishment to become second team all-conference.
Finally, from me, second time for you in the Northeast Conference tournament. You lost your first try at Robert Morris 2 seasons ago. What did you learn about that experience? What message can you send to your teammates about the atmosphere they'll face on Thursday night?
It's going to be crazy. As we know, like I said before, prior conversations we had, NEC, the players, the teams, is always a grinding game, and this going to be another one, especially with all the fans and things there, everything that's going on. Being in the playoff atmosphere is going to be a grind.
Ricky Cadell, congratulations, great regular season. Right. We'll see you Thursday night in New Britain.
All right, thank you.
Ricky Cadell, a member of the Northeast Conference's second team. We'll be back right after this. St. Francis College's first trip to the NEC Tournament in 2 seasons. Seth Cantor joined by an outstanding player who's meant so much to St. Francis College in just 2 years here, the conference's Defensive Player of the Year, also a member of the league's second team. Akeem Bennett. Akeem, thank you for your time.
How you doing, Seth?
Doing very well. Thank you very much. I wanted to ask you about the Defensive Player of the Year award. What does this mean to you right now?
It means a lot. It means that all my hard work on defense has finally been noticed in the conference, and I'm happy the conference gave me that award.
Facing Central for the third time, is there anything new you can learn as a player? You're basically just tweaking what you already know about this group.
You just game film over and over, see what you did wrong, you know, try to make a little adjustments, you know, and hopefully it works out for you.
For me, I know you watched a lot of basketball growing up, maybe a pro player, college player. Who did you emulate? Who did you want to be like?
I only met Michael Jordan, but it never really worked out for me, you know. I just watch little things he do, and I'll try, but it doesn't look the same. I'm a lefty, he's a righty. He's 6'6", I'm 6'1", 6'2". You know, But I did take pride on defense when he played defense. And
well, you're making a big impact here, Akeem. I know you've meant a lot to this program, these fans, and we wish you the best of luck on Thursday.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. That's Akeem Bennett, member of the Northeast Conference's second team.